Sometimes it feels like the whole world is telling us to speed up. But today, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to pause. We're going to take a breath and explore a really powerful idea for how to live. And it's all wrapped up in just a few simple words. Think of this as a short meditation on the incredible power of patience.
So our journey into this idea starts with a simple command. But honestly, in today's world, it's a pretty radical one. It's a request that asks us to completely rethink the way we deal with time itself.
Don't rush me. You've probably heard this before, right? And you've almost certainly felt it. In a world that is just obsessed with speed, with getting things done yesterday. Saying this, it's a small act of defiance. It's like a quiet little rebellion against that constant pressure for more, faster, now.
And that simple phrase, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Why is our default setting always set to hurry? Where does that pressure even come from? Is it coming from the outside, from our jobs, from society? Or is it something we're doing to ourselves, a habit we've gotten so used to we don't even notice it anymore? This is really the question that opens the door to a different way of being.
Okay, so if we're being asked not to rush, there has to be a good reason. And the reason we're given, it's just beautiful. It's poetic, and it's deep. It's all about discovering the value that's hidden in the process, like finding the nectar of 1,000 flowers.
Here's the first part of that beautiful idea. True value, whether it's a skill you're learning, a piece of art you're creating, or even your own character, it isn't just zapped into existence in a single moment. No, it's the collected essence of hundreds of tiny moments, all those little efforts, like dewdrops gathering one by one to create something whole.
And then the metaphor gets even richer. It's not just about collecting those little moments. It's about what they become. They're transformed. Real substance, real quality, it's like honey. It's the result of countless experiences gathered and refined over time. It's sweet, it's rich, and you just can't fake it. You can't speed it up.
And that's really the heart of it. Rushing gets in the way of that delicate process. You can't tell a bee to make honey faster, right? Not without ruining the honey. Well, the same thing is true for anything of real worth that we're trying to build in our own lives. The time it takes isn't a bug, it's a feature. It's a crucial ingredient in what makes it so valuable in the first place.
So if we're not supposed to rush, then what are we supposed to do? How are we meant to move through the world? The alternative isn't about being lazy or just doing nothing. It's about a completely different kind of movement, a way of flowing with grace.
Just look at the contrast here. It's so stark. On one side, you've got hurry. And what does that bring? Stress, mistakes, friction, constant reaction. But on the other side, you have flow. And with it comes tranquility, precision, efficiency, and intention. They're both ways of moving, but the feeling and the results are a world apart.
And this is the goal. I flow with grace. It's about being deliberate, but without all that tension. Think of a river. It doesn't slam into rocks, it just flows around them. Or a master craftsman at work. There's no frantic energy, just a smooth, focused, powerful presence. That, right there, that's grace and action.
Okay, so this all sounds wonderful, right? Flowing with grace, being like honey. But how do we actually make this a real philosophy for life? How do we take this beautiful idea and actually apply it to our crazy, chaotic, deadline-filled lives?
Well, it really comes down to a simple 3-step mindset. First, you just have to notice. Acknowledge that pressure to hurry when it shows up, whether it's coming from your boss or just from inside your own head. Second, you reframe it. Remind yourself of the honey. Remember that the good stuff takes time. And then third, you choose. In that moment, you make a conscious choice to act with intention, not with haste. You choose to flow, not to force it.
So, if you're going to take anything away from this, let it be these core truths. Patience isn't just about waiting around. It's the fertile ground where real value can actually grow. The process, the journey, is just as important as where you end up. Grace isn't something you do, it's a way you are. And finally, the depth you can create with time, well, that's something speed can never, ever give you.
And that brings us to a final thought, a question for you to carry with you. Just take a look at your life, your career, your relationships, the skills you're trying to build. What is the precious, valuable honey that you are slowly and deliberately creating? And maybe more importantly, are you giving it the one thing it needs most, the gift of not being rushed?